Sure.
Got a minute or two?
Sure.
How'd you like the work?
Very much. Thought he worked super. Seemed like his energy level was good and galloped out really well. Kind of hard to pull up in the end, which is always a good sign, and looked like he was more of him.
Of all the work, all your works today, they all about the same? This best of them?
Well, I mean, kind of comparing apples to oranges in some cases. With thought Materiality worked very well. Of course, he was in company, and it was his second work back since the Florida Derby, so we're kind of looking for a little more solid 5/8 from him. And this was Carpe Diem's first breeze back since the Bluegrass, and just kind of looking for a maintenance type half, and just to assess kind of how he's doing.
The plan from here, work again next Saturday. Will it be here or
Well,
Churchill?
I think by getting the work in today, we've got a little flexibility on the other end, and it looks like rain's coming in tomorrow morning and possibly lasting for 3 or 4 days. So just kind of wanted to make sure we got it in on a fast track. Originally planned to go tomorrow at 6:30, but it looked like the rain could hit a little before that. We just didn't want to take any chances.
Have you ever been involved in something like this where you work a bunch of horses in Florida and then the same morning you work one and you're here from it?
No.
How was that experience?
Well, it actually just kind of all came together, and Keeneland helped us out a lot, by allowing us to do that. And I wanted to be here for the breeze, but I didn't want to jeopardize breezing him on a track at 10 o'clock unless we could get the benefit of having it renovated. And so they were kind enough to just harrow that inside path for him, and they went out of their way, and I appreciate that a lot. And aside from the fact that we love the surface here, I think they've done a great job putting down as good a surface as I've seen.
Is he going to have his final work at Churchill?
I would say most likely he'll have his final work here, but we haven't decided for sure.
Because it is unique, could you kind of give us the details, what airport you flew out of and what kind of a private plane that you...
Actually, it was Mrs. Banky's plane. The original plan actually was we were going to fly up after training there and be here in time for the races today. But when all this kind of transpired in the last 24 hours and it looked like there was going to be rain, and just kind of had to manage some logistics, make sure Johnny was here and he didn't have to catch his flight to Charlestown too soon. But the main thing was that Keeneland was kind enough to renovate the track for us, and so that was what was the final deciding factor on going at 10 o'clock. Then it was just a matter of needing the sun to come up at Palm Beach Downs enough to see the breezes there, and then head to Palm Beach Airport and Palm Beach to Lexington. Once you get to Lexington, it's easy.
What time did your first horse work at Palm Beach Downs?
It was probably right about 6:25. Yeah, just sunlight, daylight saving time doesn't help horse trainers out a whole lot.
Was it nerve-wracking at all, trying to just...
No, I mean, it was only nerve-wracking because of the horses we were working and the importance of the breezes. But in terms of once we had all the logistics set, I mean, it seemed like everything was going smoothly.
For the layperson, can you explain why it's so important to get the work in today?
Well, I mean, from a safety perspective, you always want to breeze on a fast track, and he would probably handle an off surface fine, but given a 24-hour window, we would rather take it on a fast track today than a potentially rainy conditions tomorrow morning and sloppy conditions, and those kind of things. Just margin for error is a little higher.
I mean, is this work, are you asking for more from this work or the final work, which would be...
I think in his particular case, with a month in between races, we're just looking for 2 maintenance works, and as you could tell by the way he galloped out today, I mean, he was all the way back at the half-mile pole before Johnny could really get him pulled up, so he's a fit horse.
Now, do you go back?
No, I'll stay here, and horses from Palm Beach Downs will fly to Louisville on Tuesday, and then kind of be back and forth between Churchill and here.